Alright, welcome back to the tiny house. Today's project is going to be putting in our interior wall. I probably won't finish it today, but I got all my pressure treated lumber. I lied to you guys last video. I said there would be no wood in this house. I was going to do steel framing for this interior wall, but it was just so much easier just to grab a few pieces of pressure treated lumber. Pressure treated 2x4s and go with that. I'll show you what we got real quick. I'm putting in the sill at the moment. So here it is. Just putting tap cons just to fasten it down. That's probably overkill. Could have gone with nails. But that'll be our bathroom wall. There's our shower, just making sure I got my measurement exact for that shower pan. This is going to be where all the electrical and the water feeds into the house right here. It's going to be in this interior partition, and then all the wiring for the house will feed off of that. So just going to knock this out, and then I can move on to thinking about electric. Alright, I got some of the framing done. Full disclosure, I've never done any framing in my life before. So I watched some YouTube videos this morning and figured out the best way to frame out our interior wall. This is going to be where all the electric is going to run, and all the water lines are going to come in through this wall. So I'll show you what I got so far. I got the tap cons in. And then I'm getting my side lumber in place, using that little board just to hold it while I level it. I'm actually using these Hardy backer screws. It's the only thing I can get to really hold the lumber snug to the steel, to the galvanum. I tried some wood to metal screws from Home Depot. Those did not work. So we'll update you when we got some more. All right, I got the framing done. Took me a little longer. First time doing framing. The only real construction experience I have is building some decks, fencing, things like that. Not much. So don't judge me too hard here, but let's see. This is how it went. So you can kind of see what this place is going to be a little bit more now. There's your door, your kitchen here. And then this is the only wall in the home, interior wall. It's going to be the bathroom. So you walk in. There's your shower. We're going to put more plants here. So you're going to get to take a shower and just look at all the plants in the window. The backyard's completely private, so it's kind of cool. Sink, toilet. That's it for the bathroom. But yeah, finally got that step done. Next step is going to be furring strips, steel hi-hat, 1.5 inch furring strips. So I'll just tell you the purpose of that. The furring strips are going to allow electrical to be run and sit back far enough, and it's going to allow your outlets and your boxes to sit within the drywall. Drywall will get screwed right into the furring strips. So they were going to go every 16 inches off center here. So I just picked up 40 of those today. I'm gonna get those in tomorrow. So right now I am cutting down these hi-hat furring channels. That's what's gonna be used on the interior wall so that we can set our drywall out, leaving enough room for our boxes, our outlets, and our switches. Let me show you a piece of the material. go. And the reason we went with these over wood, the 2x4s don't seem to hold as well in the SIP panel as metal. I think the reason being when you get that screw squeezing tight with your steel SIP panel, you get a really good lock, where with your wood, you're having to travel 1.5 inches. Your surface from your screw head is 1.5 inches from the wall. You're just not getting the type of hold that you're gonna get when the skin and the metal are just making contact or squeezed tight. So that's why these hold a lot better. Let me cut these up and get ready to hang them. I started cutting them one by one, which was kind of foolish, but now I've graduated to cutting 6 at a time. Just wanted to give a quick video on how I'm hanging up these hi-hat furring channels. To make it easier, just with one person, what I'm doing is just getting it set. Here I need to leave a little room off the edge of the corner, just so I have room to put the fasteners in. But just get one screw in. It's a little hard when you're pinned in the corner here. This is the hardest one of all the screws. Once you get one in, you're looking good. Throw a level on it. Level. Once you're level, throw a screw on the other side. You know, either lower or higher, and that's going to lock it in. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to throw one in the bottom. And now it's locked in level. And then I can go ahead and finish up the rest of the screws. I'll just give you a quick little shot of what got so far. One thing I forgot to do is finish caulking the top before I put all these channels on the front side. Luckily I had already done all the caulking on the back, so I caught it before I laid everything down. I'm going to show you my favorite new tool. Makes such a difference. Not sloppy, comes out like I know what I'm doing, even though I really don't. So, show you real quick. Yeah, that would have taken me like a good 5 minutes with a hand squeezer. So I'm gonna finish the rest of this and then get the rest of the furring strips up. I think I am done for today. This morning started on the furring strips and they're looking pretty good. Got a different shirt on just because I had to go out in public and get pretty gross in here. But yeah, I got a little bit left to do, but not bad for one day. Gotta get that one spot over the window there. And about half of the bathroom will be furred out as well. So let's see what we can get done tomorrow. Quick update. Framing is done. I'll show you that real quick. And I'm moving along. So I've got everything framed in. Got the air conditioner installed through the window. That's making it nice. I managed to slice my head open on the edge of that hi-hat. So it is so sharp. I was leaning down, sat up real quick, and bam. Right now I need to trim out this door and the windows to allow for a drywall transition. So I'm having to drill out all across my 2x4, which is a pain in the ass, to match these screws. I first tried to put some of Trish's nail polish on there, but that didn't work. So I just put the board up next to it, marked with pencil where the notches need to be, and then notching it out on the wood. If not, the problem is I'm gonna sit out further than the hi-hat and the drywall won't have a clean transition. So I need to match the 1.5 inches here. If I just put that wood right up against these screw heads, I'm sitting almost 1.75 inches. So I need to get flush to that as much as possible. So I'm gonna have to do that on everything. I will check back in when that is done. See ya. Slots. Alright, got one done. I'll just show you real quick why I did that. So this will be our drywall transition. We're gonna have probably an L or corner bead Yeah. So we'll have one here and then one there for a smooth finish. It's a little tight, but I think it's gonna work just fine. When it's fresh drywall, this has some busted edges. That should work, it just needs to be a clean edge. Alright, I will finish this tomorrow. I got a lot left to do. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, just tedious. But we will get through it. Alright, it's Sunday, I'm checking back in with you. The very first thing I need to do, just to keep entertained today, is install this custom TV mount, which I've just done. Here it is right here. And yeah, it's ready to go. Let's see how this is gonna work. I think that'll work. Yeah, so now we got AC and television. So it should make for an easy day. Gonna finish out the framing, hopefully, on the windows, as well as the top of that door, so that we can be set for drywall to transition to it. And then we can work on, I'm hoping to get the concrete floors polished this week. I'm gonna have someone else do that. The equipment is just way too expensive to buy, hard to find to rent. So it's just gonna be easier. That's one of those projects. Pay someone that knows how to do that. We need 200 square feet done. Shouldn't be more than $1,000, I'm hoping. So that's it for now. I'm trying to think of anything else. After the polished concrete, I can put my bottom trimmer. We need the bottom piece down here. Just another hi-hat. But I wanted to have the concrete polished first, and then after it's polished, I'm gonna caulk the entire perimeter here, and then I'm gonna put that hi-hat down. So, check in with you in a bit. All right, I messed something up, need to fix it. Just gonna show you real quick what I did. I did not leave myself enough room to be flush there like this. For some reason, I cut it too long on these. I checked, all the other windows are fine. I got plenty of room. You know, you can see here. Sorry, I'm on the left. It's a little hard to swing this around. I got plenty of room there. So, for the solution, I'm just gonna plunge cut with my circular saw, and then I'll be able to fit that. So I'm gonna cut about an inch off and then remove the screws after I cut an inch, because the screws will help keep that. If I take the screws out, this thing's gonna flop around on me when I cut it. So keep the screws in, cut, probably use my snips right here, and then take the screws out, or leave them in, it probably doesn't matter. Well, I'll have to take them out because the board won't sit flush. So I will update you when I got it fixed. I already cut the other two. Let me take Trisha's glasses off. And this is what the fix looks like. Just got my slice in there. I'm gonna take the tin snips, snip it right up. hammer it down, take the screws out, and then we'll be back in business. It's coming out really nicely, really smooth. Corners are lined up perfectly. It's gonna lay down nicely the drywall. One left to do. I'm not going to be able to quite fit a 2x4 here, so I'm going to have to rip the 2x4, reduce it down to 2.5 inches in width or so to get it to line up nicely. Alright, all done with the window framing, so they're all ready to take drywall. Next week I'm going to be starting on the electric with the help of my neighbor who's an electrician, and I'm going to try to get someone in here to do the concrete. So that's going to be the goal for next week. Electric, concrete. Hopefully by next weekend we'll be digging for the water line and also digging out the sewer line. I'm going to rent a trencher from Home Depot for that. So check in for all that fun. But here's what we got so far, and ready for the next step. Here we left, remember, that 1/2 inch to accept drywall. Where here, it's going to just be a reveal trim, I believe it's called. I'm going to take the drywall right 90 degrees and then meet flush with that aluminum frame window. I ran low on wood, so I just tacked on the rest of this, but none of this is structural. It's just to be the last point of attachment for some drywall. It's still really, really firm. But yeah, that is it for now. That one I didn't do because that's going to be the shower window. I got to figure out what we're doing here. But I will check in with you guys as I'm working on the next steps. See you later.